don't care if anybody gets on here. This is not for anybody. This is just for documentation because my phone can't handle it. So look, like, coming from a VA appointment, watching the VA's live streams on their monthly updates about the status of things within the VA system. Okay, like there are a lot of complaints that I have, just like as as a everyday veteran citizen. So usually an OIG complaint, which is like the Office of Inspector General complaint against the VA, there are different things that you can file. There are different types of complaints that you can file. Like you shouldn't complain about disability, whatever. You shouldn't complain about, billing and stuff like that. Like there are stipulations to things that you should and should not complain about when you go to file a complaint against the VA. But what I noticed is there's no system to submit general complaint questions, comments, concerns, etc. Like for example, I went to an appointment at the VA and I get there and I go to confirm my information and they ask you to verify your last four of your social. Now, mind you, I'm at the desk. There's a waiting room. There are people in the waiting room right next to the desk. And they're like, yeah, just confirm your social. Like, okay, cool. I call out my social. Like, okay, I guess we just give that information out just willy nilly. No big deal, whatever. But then I I give them my information, and then they're like, okay, confirm your address, whole address. Okay, confirm your whole phone number. And I'm like, okay, no problem. Like, okay, it is what it is. But I find myself having to repeat myself because they can't hear me through the thick glass. And there's not even like a hole with the speaker where they can hear me interacting with there's nothing. It's just me screaming my information at this person through a glass, and everybody in the waiting room is available. You don't know these people. I don't know these people. I don't know what anybody's capable of. And I'm not honestly comfortable exchanging that information. There should be a typing system. I should be able to type and verify my information. Or you should be able to hear me through this. Or there should be like walls up or some sort of privacy and security. Like, why is this not a thing? Right? So that's number one chief complaint. Right? Okay. Then they asked me to verify my information. I update my address, my phone number, email, all that stuff's up to date. But then my name is wrong. And I've been trying to update my name for years. So I bring in all my paperwork and I say, hey, who do I need to see about updating my information? And they're like, oh, we don't do that here. Oh, okay. So who do I need to talk to? You need to call eligibility. Oh, okay. They give me a list of names or the list of phone numbers that's on a sticky note that was from the copier. So they had a sticky note and they put it on the copying machine, and then they gave me a piece of paper out of the sticky note. It has the phone number, a 1-800 number, and then a bunch of extensions. And it's like the extensions don't even show who I'm supposed to be reaching out to. Like, what are these random numbers? Like, who am I going to be talking to when I get there? Now, mind you, I've also faxed this paperwork to the VA back in January, and I never received confirmation of whether or not they even received the fax, nor did I receive confirmation of whether or not my information was correct, able to be updated. I just sent out my marriage records to some random person in some random place at some random time, never received any information, and I got all my legal documents just out there in the system in the fax queue in somewhere, just sitting somewhere indefinitely to never be taken care of. Hey, hello? Like, what is that? We live in 2024. I should be able to take my driver's license and scan it into the app and update my name. So then I go on the website and I'm like, okay. So she gives me a list of phone numbers. I'm sitting in the waiting room. Nobody answers the phone. So like, mind you, I'm changing extensions, waiting on my appointment. Nobody's answering the phone. So I'm calling, and then I'm like, okay, well, let me just check online and see if maybe there's a more direct number. Even though they just gave me direct numbers, let me see if there's a more direct number for me to call for me to be able to update my name. Like, since I'm here waiting on my appointment, I might as well. I go online, and online it says you need to request to be able to change your name. You need to write a letter to the VA and mail it in with all of your pertinent documents. Mail it in. Hulu, Netflix, Disney Plus know my updated name, address, information, and all that. And the people who are sending me and taking care of my health and well-being have no system in place for me to be able to at least update my name. And I'm screaming out my social and my address in the waiting room full of people who you don't know who these people are. When I say you don't know who these people are, I mean like military veterans. Like, people could be like, okay, noted, good memory, and keep it moving. And next thing you know, I got some weirdo showing up at my house. Like, you don't know, right? So the VA has no system where they're able to actually, like, take these complaints in. And then there are just so many other things. Like, I'm watching the VA live stream, And on the live stream, yeah, legal documents. I'm sending my legal documents and I have no idea where they are because the VA is just like, just send it to oblivion and we'll never take care of it. No problem. Like, what? I'm watching the VA live stream and, they turn off comments. They turn off comments on the VA live stream where they're reporting that veteran satisfaction is at 91%, which is the highest ratings we've ever received. But you turn off comments. You know why you turn off comments? Because you have a lot of people who are out here complaining about little things. And like I said, I was explaining to my husband, like, I don't understand why things don't change until combat veterans. Combat veterans are the ones who have made this change, right? But I'm admin. And there are an overhaul of admin discrepancies across the VA. And it's like, y'all claim to have like 600,000 personnel across the United States for millions and millions of veterans. Y'all need help. You need help from people who know how to file legal paperwork, for people who know how to actually process PII, personally identifiable information, people who know about these things, how to keep people's information safe. Y'all have so many breaches because you have people out here in the fax queue in 2024. I'm in the fax queue to get my name updated. I've been trying to update my name in the VA system for 4 years. And then they tell me, okay, well, if you can't get anyone on the phone, you can't get anybody through email, you can't get anybody through fax, go ahead and drive over to the VA office and just submit it there. I did that. No one was there. So they told me to call the number. And I called the number and I sent the fax and nobody ever got the fax. But no one reimbursed me for driving all the way, which was a far distance from my home, to not be helped. You see what I'm saying? So I don't know what I need to do at this point to be heard by the VA, but I will make myself heard. I will make it noted. You know why? Because there are other veterans like myself who are experiencing things just like me. There are other veterans. If I'm 32 years old and I'm experiencing these kind of problems at the VA, I can only imagine what these 60, 70, 80 something year old veterans are going for. You damn right, Trump 2024. I can only imagine what these other people are experiencing. I'm just talking about problems that I've been experiencing at the VA and just minor discrepancies, minor issues, and just bouts and spits of unprofessionalism. Like, I don't understand why systems don't communicate, why insurances don't communicate, why programs aren't communicating, why I have to give certain information every single time I go to a place that claims to have my information on file, but they seem to not know who I am. You don't know who I am, but you have the utmost security in mind. Get out of here. Child, get out of here. So anyways, thank you. Listen, so all I'm saying is the VA right now, I do receive good care from them. When I do have the opportunity to sit in front of a doctor, I do, I at least give them what I need. I tell them what I need and they're able to, help me out or whatever. But getting an appointment, damn near impossible. So this is for me. I will find a way to communicate with the VA to allow my grievances to be noted. I've reached out to patient advocacy multiple times. I've reached out to different programs that are supposed to be able to advocate for veterans. If no one will, then I'm going to call on the president. Because if anybody can do it, it's me. If anybody can be loud enough, it's me. If anybody can get a meeting with a certain person at a certain time, it's me. Why? Because I will read every document that I need to read to make sure that I am legally competent to have a conversation with any given person that I need to. What does that mean, Sigma? I'll do what I need to do. Okay? So that's where I am. I just wanted to share that on this live because, again, I can't record it on my phone. But when action does start getting, taken, on the lookout for as many veterans as possible, as many people as possible, be able to, contribute to updating their systems and processes because right now they're not doing what they're supposed to do. So that's it. All right. Bye, y'all. Bye, Sigma.